What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Outdooraholic. I'm out here today in El Paso, Texas, just riding around. It's the beginning of February, early February, and today it is 70 degrees. There's not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful riding weather. I know some of you guys that live in northern climates or probably got snow on the ground and have had your bikes locked up for, weeks, months. Probably a little jealous of this weather, but you couldn't ask for a better day here to ride in the Sun City. So anyway, welcome to my intro video. I just wanted to kind of give a little overview of myself, my hobbies, kind of what I'm into, what my plans are for the channel, and then give you a little walk around of my motorcycle, which I'll be doing a lot of my adventures on. So anyway, my name is Nathan, and I am an outdooraholic. I love doing pretty much anything outside: hiking, camping, mountain biking, road biking, scuba diving, obviously motorcycle riding, canoeing, kayaking, hunting, fishing, pretty much anything that gets me outside. That's what I like to do. So my plan is to kind of bring you guys along with me when I'm out doing rides, when I'm out exploring national parks, when I'm out doing any sort of activities outside, just kind of highlight it, stuff I'm doing already. So just put it on YouTube. And also I like history and knowing things about places. So I'm going to try to put out some fun facts, things I learn about the different places that I visit, make it a little educational also. A little bit about me. One of the things I started doing about 15 years ago, when I first moved to El Paso, I went and climbed Guadalupe Peak, which is in the Guadalupe Mountains National Park. It's the tallest mountain in Texas. And when I found that out, I said, man, that's pretty cool. I wonder what other tall mountains in states I could climb. So I started, about a year later, I went out to Arizona and I climbed Humphreys Peak, which is the tallest mountain in Arizona. And then it was on. Ever since then, everywhere I go, I've been trying to hit the tallest mountain in the states that I visit. So since 2007, I've done the tallest mountain in 41 different states. I do a lot of rides with the El Paso Chapter Hawk Group. It's a really good group of guys that ride all over West Texas and southern New Mexico. So I'll be doing a lot of rides and filming those and putting them up here for you. And then also I've got some really cool trips planned. This summer I'm going to be riding from the border with the U.S. and Mexico here in El Paso all the way up to the border with Canada up in Montana. I'll be visiting a lot of national parks on that trip. Yellowstone, Glacier, Rocky Mountain. So I'm going to try to do like a video for each national park I go to, like, good roads to ride, and good hikes to do, good places to visit, anything else fun I do. I'm going to be going out to Big Bend in a little bit. Hopefully do some canoeing if the river's got enough water in it. And then the trip I'm really excited about that we'll be doing very soon here is going to be going out to California. My wife and I are going to be riding through Arizona, all the way out to Joshua Tree National Park. We're going to do the Pines to Palm Scenic Byway, which is one of Harley-Davidson's 50 rides, One Nation. It's their ride for California, so we'll be doing that. We'll be visiting Death Valley National Park, which is pretty exciting to go through there. And then we'll also be riding through the Strip in Las Vegas, and back down through Phoenix, go through Tombstone, Bisbee. So try to make a cool video on that trip. And we're also going to be camping, so it'll be our first time actually camping off the motorcycle. So looking forward to that. It's supposed to be really nice weather out there, so should be a good trip. Alright, so while we're riding through the Franklin Mountains here, I want to tell you a little bit about my motorcycles. When I was 20 years old, I bought my first street bike. It was a 2007 Yamaha R6. I bought it brand new. I had that motorcycle for 5 years and I rode it all over the place, had a ton of fun with it, but I realized pretty quick that that was not the type of motorcycle that suited my riding style. I guess like 6 months, definitely less than a year after owning it, I did a 1,700-mile weekend road trip all the way from El Paso, Texas, up into Oklahoma, past Tulsa. I rode there in one day, stayed there for 2, and rode back again. From being in that position for so long and having to shift all day long, the next day I couldn't even lift my toe up off the ground. So certainly you can do those kinds of rides on that bike, but it was not what it was made for, and I realized realized that my riding style definitely, I needed a bike more made for long distance travel. So after 5 years of owning that bike, I sold it, got into cars for a while, eventually to trucks and SUVs and traveling. And then early 2020, I started getting the itch to get on a motorcycle again and started looking around, and I found a Yamaha VMAX, which really got my attention because it was kind of a bridge between a sport bike and a cruiser. Had a lot of power, but still more comfortable riding position than a sport bike. And so I bought a 1998 Yamaha VMAX. Had a lot of fun with that motorcycle. Started riding all over the place, and again realized, shoot, if I'm going to be doing these long trips, I really need, especially 2-up with my wife and everything, I really need to look at getting a bike made for that. Bigger gas tank, more comfortable, more storage space, all that kind of stuff. So I ended up finding this motorcycle. It's a Harley Road King. Bought it with the intention of just using it for trips. That was my plan. I was like, I'm not going to want to ride this big touring bike all over the place, so I'll keep the VMAX for my normal riding and just use the Harley for trips and whatnot. And that lasted for a few months, and ended up falling in love with the Road King as I started modifying it and riding it more, and the VMAX ended up just sitting there. So I actually just recently sold it. I went to a good home in Virginia with a guy that's had a couple of VMAXs and is really going to appreciate it. So now it's just the Road King, and I'm looking forward to riding this thing all over the country and having a really good time with it. So here we are at a place up here in the Franklin Mountains, a little overlook of the west side of El Paso and into New Mexico. So I'll stop here and give you guys a little walk around of the motorcycle. Alright guys, I wasn't too happy with the footage that I got there, so I'm redoing this. This is my 2009 Harley-Davidson Road King. It's got a 96 cubic inch V-twin with a 6-speed transmission. I've done full stage 2 on it. So it's got an Arlen Ness Big Sucker intake, Tab Performance BAM sticks with the zombie baffles, and a Vance & Hines FP3 fuel pack for the tuner. Also has S&S 551 cams, which I did myself. I did everything on this bike myself so far. Pretty noticeable up front, it's got a Vector Batwing fairing. No music, just the glove box. I run a Bluetooth set up in my helmet, so I've got music and phone and all that stuff in my helmet. So this is the model with just a glove box. Also, one of the first things I did was to install these 14-inch Burley bars, Gorilla Apes, which are super comfortable. Really a big fan of these. It's got a Harley-Davidson Sundowner seat, way more comfortable than the original one. 5-inch extended saddlebags and rear fender, and Screaming Eagle, the fat spark plug wires and Screaming Eagle plugs. This bike is super comfortable and super fun to ride. I really enjoy it. I keep this fairing on for the winter and when I'm doing long trips, but in the summer I love running just the open handlebars. That's one of the things that really turned me on to the Road King. Gosh, I just can't get over how beautiful this day is. This is perfect. So anyways guys, this is my first time ever doing a video like this. If you have any tips for me, video quality, sound quality, throw a comment down there, let me know. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in the rides I have coming up, the trips, California, Montana, all the national parks, Texas, the local hog rides, all the stuff I'll be doing, subscribe, share the video. I hope that this works out well. It's something I enjoy doing and I'm doing anyway, so I just thought it'd be fun to make videos out of it. And also in the comments, let me know what the temperature is where you're at. Is it beautiful like this? Are you guys out riding? I'd love to hear what's going on where you guys are at.